Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day: a shooting over the weekend sends a Richmond man to the hospital. Winchester Police released the identity of a body found last week, and Kentucky mourns the passing of a former governor. Those stories and more, plus more local news, local sports with Dawson Rule, and weather coming up with Todd. That's all here today, live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, a little bit of breaking news and an update to some coverage that we had for you last week. LaFontaine Preparatory School's ambition to be Kentucky's first charter school is not going to work out. It looks like a judge has struck down a bill that would have funded charter schools in the state. Franklin Circuit Judge Philip Shepard issued a ruling this morning finding House Bill 9 as unconstitutional. Governor Andy Beshear vetoed the bill, and the General Assembly voted to override the veto. The Madison County Board of Education has been considering an application for LaFontaine Preparatory School to become the first charter school in the state. This is all just breaking news that we're getting into the station, and of course we'll have more on that as it becomes available. Well, moving on, a man was shot multiple times Friday night in Richmond. That's according to the Richmond Police Department. Richmond police officers responded to the report of an attempted robbery in the area of Holly Street. That was around 7:30 p.m. The victim, Sean Dargavel, 32, of Richmond, told police he had just left the East Main tobacco shop behind the old Swifty gas station when a man pulled a gun and tried to rob him. A scuffle ensued between the perpetrator and Dargavel in the area of Pine Street, resulting in Dargavel suffering gunshot wounds to his left thigh, calf, and one bullet grazed his chin. After being shot, Dargavel made it to a residence on Holly Street where they called for assistance. Due to the victim's injuries, he was rushed for medical attention to treatment. The criminal investigation and the crime scene unit responded to the scene to assist the investigation. Detectives are still seeking the subject involved in that shooting. If you have any information at all related to the investigation, you are asked to please call the RPD at 859-624-4776. You can also email detective@richmond.ky.us. On an update to another story we brought you last week, the body that was discovered Thursday night around 5:30 in Winchester has been identified as 49-year-old Michael McIntosh. The body has been sent to Frankfort for an autopsy. McIntosh's body was found on Red Wing Drive near the Valvoline station. No further details are being provided at this time by the Clark County Coroner's Office, and the Winchester Police Department continues their investigation into that incident. Well, it's a problem in many areas across Kentucky. City governments seem to be thriving while the county governments struggle financially. This week, Madison County Magistrate Billy Ray Hughes penned an article on how that may change in the Kentucky state legislation. Hughes says Senate Bill 141 has temporarily put a freeze for a year on any city annexations while the matter is looked closer into. Annexation is a process a city uses to extend the city boundaries. When that happens, everyone now pays city taxes too. Hughes says, unfortunately, city annexation can and has threatened the ability of county governments to effectively serve all residents, including city residents. Part of the legislation for the annexation pause that was set to expire July 1st of 2024 established a task force to review annexation regulations and make recommendations to the state legislature for the upcoming session. You can read the entire article up now at WBONTV.com. Well, do you own a Hyundai? If so, Richmond Police are advising Hyundai owners are experiencing more break-ins and vehicle thefts in the past year than ever before. They say this is due to social media challenges demonstrating how to bypass security features on the vehicles. If you own certain models of the Hyundai Elantra, Kona, Palisade, Sonata, or others, your vehicle may be at risk. Police advise you to park in well-lit areas close to your residence, workplace, or wherever you're visiting. Double check that you locked all the doors and take your keys with you. Don't leave valuables in the car. Get more on this at the Richmond Police Department Facebook page. 3 Lexington teens ranging in age from 13 to 16 have been arrested by police who state that their teens had stolen a vehicle and fled from police. On Wednesday, December the 6th, police in the area of Tates Creek Road received an alert that a vehicle that was reported stolen was in the area. When authorities tried to pull over the stolen vehicle, the driver fled. No pursuit was given. A brief while later, police found that vehicle with 3 teens attempting to leave the vehicle. All 3 were arrested and charged with fleeing or evading and receiving stolen property. As the suspects are all minors, no names will be released in this matter. Well, U.S. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell announced today the Department of Transportation will award Lexington-Fayette Urban County government $21,720,000 in federal funding to reconstruct a critical roadway in Lexington. The funding will make several significant upgrades to New Circle Road, the highest fatal and serious injury corridor identified in Lexington's Safety Action Plan. This 3-part project will overhaul the infrastructure of the heavily trafficked artery and implement several changes to improve motorist and pedestrian safety and reduce traffic fatalities. Well, London, Kentucky resident 35-year-old Donald Shane Johnson was arrested near School Street in East Bernstadt Friday by Laurel County Deputy Nate Bishop. Deputy Bishop was sent to the scene after a complaint was given of an intoxicated man yelling at customers and employees of the store located about 3 miles north of London. When Deputy Bishop arrived, he learned that Johnson had left the store on a bicycle. Deputy Bishop was able to locate Johnson a short while later in a parking lot off of School Street. Johnson attempted to hide between 2 vehicles in the parking lot when the deputy left his vehicle, but was quickly found. After an investigation, Deputy Bishop found that Bishop possessed suspected methamphetamine and was wanted on an outstanding warrant. Donald Johnson was charged with first-degree and first offense possession of a controlled substance and failure to appear in court. Deputy Cyrus McVeigh and Deputy Gilbert Asiato of the Laurel County Sheriff's Office assisted in the arrest. The Corbin Police Department has recently expanded its ranks with the addition of a new furry member named Dolly. The announcement was made via a social media post on Monday morning, introducing the newest canine recruit to the community. According to the post, Dolly hails from the Jefferson Working Dog Project that's based in Oregon. The police department expressed excitement about the new addition and shared that Dolly has been assigned to Canine Officer Brentley Patrick as her handler. The duo has been actively engaged in training activities and will continue their preparation until they are deemed ready for active duty on the road. Congratulations to Dolly there. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Beautiful day here, a little cloudy out there, but we've got Todd in the Weather Center. He's going to give us a look at the forecast for the week.
Hi, I'm John Leeds, artisan owner of Leeds Fine Jewelry. If you're looking for holiday gifts, we have faceted Kentucky earrings in silver and gold. We also have Kentucky agate red and black set and sterling rings starting at $179. Do you have broken items? We can get them fixed for you for Christmas. We're open on Mondays through Saturdays starting December 1st, 108 East Main Street in beautiful Richmond, Kentucky. Remember, we're locally owned and we're nationally known.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Some rough weather over the weekend. We've got meteorologist Todd Nelson in the Weather Center with a look at the forecast ahead.
Thanks, Gwendolyn. Hopefully you enjoyed your Monday. A very quiet week ahead. Lots of sunshine. We may have a few more clouds coming in Tuesday night into Wednesday as a frontal boundary slides through, but it should come through dry, really only dropping our temperatures just a little bit midweek. So again, as we approach this mid-December now, hard to believe that Christmas and the holiday season is just around the corner, but it is going to be a very quiet week ahead. As I mentioned, temperatures around the freezing mark at 7 p.m. and then into the mid-20s as we get into the overnight and early morning time period tomorrow. So a dry and quiet night, a little bit cooler on Wednesday, as I mentioned, and that warmer than average December will continue. In fact, this is a look at the temperature outlook from the 19th to the 25th of December, Christmas Day, and noticing that we have a lot of orange and red close by and for the nation, that is. So a little bit warmer extended period here, and it also looks like that same time period will be dry across much of the Ohio Valley. Here's a look at the precip over the next 5 days. Very minimal amounts around the Ohio Valley, some heavier snow into the northern New England states, bigger storm system developing over the southern U.S. with some snow in the high elevations near the Four Corners region. But again, for Tuesday, we have that frontal boundary perched to the northwest. That'll come through Tuesday night and Wednesday and dropping our temperatures a little bit. But out ahead of that front tomorrow, it is going to be pretty mild, back up to near that 50-degree mark. That will be slightly above average for this time of the year. But again, late Tuesday, that front comes through with maybe a couple of clouds. That'll be about it. So we wake up to the mid and upper 20s tomorrow morning, a little chilly to start. Here's a look at our hourly temperatures. Again, we get up close to that 50-degree mark with some sunshine and a few locations into the lower 50s. On Wednesday here, after that dry frontal passage, we do see temps fall back down into the mid-40s, but a gradual warming trend into the weekend. We'll have to watch a storm system late weekends on Sunday and into Monday.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, in a joint operation, the Corbin Police Department and local law enforcement executed a search warrant in a southern Kentucky hotel, leading to a substantial drug bust. The tenant of the room, identified as 56-year-old Timothy Rainwater from Corbin, was arrested and is now facing charges of first-degree trafficking in a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. The search, which uncovered over half a pound of methamphetamine, was part of an ongoing investigation into drug-related activities in the Williamsburg and Corbin areas. Rainwater, the occupant of the hotel room, was taken into custody as a result of the operation. However, during the course of their investigation, officers obtained information suggesting the existence of a second stash of meth in a storage unit located in southern Laurel County. With a newly acquired search warrant, law enforcement proceeded to the storage unit where an additional 300 grams of meth were discovered. In total, the combined efforts of the Corbin Police Department, Williamsburg Police, and local authorities led to the seizure of 1.3 pounds of methamphetamine. Timothy Rainwater is now in custody and will face legal proceedings for his alleged involvement in drug trafficking. Well, Morgan County Sheriff Greg Motley has called for public support and prayers following an incident on Friday that left Deputy Sean Pack injured. According to the sheriff, the incident occurred in the morning when Deputy Pack fell while attempting to apprehend a suspect. The deputy sustained multiple injuries and was subsequently airlifted to UK Medical Center for treatment. In a statement posted on Facebook, Sheriff Motley expressed gratitude to various emergency agencies responding and departments that assigned to treat and rescue Deputy Peck. The Morgan County Volunteer Rescue Squad, Blackwater Fire Department, 519 Volunteer Fire Department, the Morgan County Ambulance Service, and the West Liberty Volunteer Fire Department were all mentioned in the post. The sheriff also extended his appreciation to the Kentucky State Police and Kentucky Fish and Wildlife for their assistance in the ongoing investigation. More details about the incident are expected to be released at a later date. Well, the Commonwealth of Kentucky mourns the loss of a former governor, Julian Carroll, who passed away in Frankfort Regional Medical Care Center Sunday morning. Born in April 16, 1931 in West Paducah, Carroll was a dedicated public servant whose career spanned several decades, leaving an indelible mark on the Bluegrass State. In a statement released by the Carroll family, they expressed their profound grief and paid tribute to Julian Carroll's legacy. Julian Carroll's journey of service commenced after his graduation from the University of Kentucky Law School in 1956. He went on to serve 5 terms in the Kentucky House of Representatives, with a notable tenure as Speaker of the House from 1968 to 1970. Following this, he served as lieutenant governor under Wendell Ford, eventually ascending to the governorship when Ford moved to the Senate. During his term as governor from 1975 to 79, Carroll implemented significant reforms, including the modernization of the state's judicial system and the abolishment of private bail bond systems. He made substantial investments in public education, focusing on teacher salaries, eliminating fees for required classes, and providing free textbooks. Additionally, he championed the establishment of a school building authority to aid impoverished school districts in constructing new facilities. Governor Carroll's leadership extended beyond Kentucky as he served as chairman of the National Governors Association and co-chairman of the Appalachian Regional Commission. In 2004, Carroll was elected to the Kentucky Senate, where he served for 16 years until 2020. He is survived by 4 children, 7 grandchildren, and 3 great-great-grandchildren. Funeral arrangements are yet to be announced. And with that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Dawson Roll coming up next with sports.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow. Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back with a huge basketball recap from the weekend. Sports anchor Dawson Rule has plenty of games from local teams to look back on. There were star performances and big wins all over the county.
I hope you all had a blessed weekend. For some of the various Madison County basketball teams, they were able to pull out some key wins and compete in some good games. There were Christmas tournaments being held all around the state and in Central Kentucky. I'll start with girls basketball, because there were some star performances and big wins. Madison Central's girls had a huge rebound win, 64-36 over Ballard High out of Louisville in the Adams-Buick shootout. It was a balanced attack by the whole team, with Eden Carter scoring 12 and Cameron Ruderkoff and Brooke Campbell scoring 11. Olivia Metcalf dropped 9 points and grabbed 8 boards to lead the team in those. The team is now 2-2, and their next opponent is Madison Southern, who they'll play Thursday. And the Lady Eagles, they were also playing some big games in the Billy Hicks Classic. On Saturday, the girls played West Jessamine. The game was a tough-fought match between both teams, with West Jess coming out on top 61-54. There was a special scoring performance, though, even in the loss. Lacey Sandlin scored 37 points in the game, shooting 11 of 15 from 2-point field goals and 4 of 7 from 3. Lacey carried her team, as Brianna Hensley was the second leading scorer, and she only had 6. The team will host Whitley County tomorrow before playing Madison Central Thursday night. Berea's girls picked up a big win at Frankfort 47-39. The team only had 3 scores, but they were all 3 important, with Abigail Beard scoring 30, Sophie Brewer scoring 11, and Maddie King scoring 6. This brings the team to 3-3 on the season, and they'll play Lee County at home on Thursday. The Model Girls team picked up win number 1 on the season in their last game against Bergen High, 51-46. Piper Moore scored 16 and Riley Hunt had 13, and Alana Newbill had 10. They are set to play again tonight against the Richmond Guardians girls team. Now for some boys basketball, Madison Central lost to Bryan Station 56-41. The Indians sit at 1-4 now with a trip to play at Scott County tomorrow night. Berea lost at Belfry High 62-58, but still sits at 3-2 before playing West Carter this week. Models boys are gearing up for a home game tomorrow against Knox Central after a 70-53 loss homecoming to Powell County. In that game, Landon Kidd had 26 points to lead the Patriots. Madison Southern travels to play Fern Creek tonight after a week off of them not playing. One more basketball note. EKU's Michael Moreno broke the school's all-time three-pointers made in a career record, which was 283 held by Matt Witt. With the record and the team win, Eastern is 4-4 and headed to play at Louisiana Lafayette on Wednesday. Good win over Bethany College Colonels. That's today's Sports Report. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County's sports coverage.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. We're going to take a quick break. Lots more news coming up right after this.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Mushroom lovers, this one's for you. This is for the beef lovers too, the onion lovers, the Swiss cheese lovers. If you love all these things, then you're going to absolutely love our classic double mushroom onion melt. Try it now, only at A&W. Feel the heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds. They're available for a limited time only, so come on in and try some today. Only at A&W.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 news team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Governor Andy Beshear and First Lady Brittany Beshear have issued a reminder to Kentuckians about the upcoming Forward Together 62nd Annual Inauguration Day scheduled for tomorrow, Tuesday, December the 12th. The day's events in Frankfort will include a worship service, parade, public swearing-in ceremony, and the Grand March of the state capitol. The festivities will commence at 8:30 a.m. with the traditional gesture as a delegation of Frankfort residents present country ham, beaten biscuits, and white cake to the Beshear family at the governor's mansion. This long-standing tradition symbolizes the tradition between first families. At the same time, Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman and her family will attend a breakfast reception at the Thomas D. Clark Center for Kentucky History. The inaugural worship service will take place at 9:30 at the First Christian Church. The service can be watched online at Facebook and YouTube. Following the worship service, the governor's family and the Lieutenant Governor Coleman's family will travel in a horse-drawn carriage along the inaugural parade route. Disembarking at the reviewing stand, the parade's end, the public swearing-in ceremony will feature musical performances by Tyler Childers and a reading by Kentucky Poet Laureate Silas House. An inaugural ball will complete the day. Thanks so much for joining us today, Live at 5. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.